Yan sat on the kitchen counter while admiring her boyfriend Jian Jungkook. So he was cooking a dinner for you tonight. At first you told him no, but this man did not listen to your words. His hair was a bit messy while his shirt sleeve rolled up, making him look. Yan started to check him out. Done starring little doll, he said, bringing you out of your fantasy world. Yan cheeks turned red. Jungkook come closer to her and peck her cheeks. Don't be shy. I am all yours, he said and went back to leaving you blushing mess. After some time later, Yan spoke. I cannot believe you are actually cooking a Yan teased. He chuckled and walked closer, holding the wooden spoon. You doubt me on me. Before she could reply, he leaned in and pressed a quick on your cheek. That's for doubting me. Yan blinked a little trusted. Jungkook yelled the food. He just grinned and went back to the. After a dinner, Jungkook was caressing her head. Yan, I wanted to ask something to you. Can I? Yan I wanted to introduce you to my parents. Yan looked up at him. Why so early? It's just half year since we are dating. I know it's early, but I'm serious about you, Yan. I'm little bit nervous, Cook. Otherwise, I will to meet with them. It's okay, as you say. I will wait. Ryan nodded. Jungkook leaned down and pecked her forehead. They both closed their eyes too. Ryan was sitting near the window, her head slightly tilted as she read through her book. Her fingers lazily turned the pages, completely lost in the words, until she felt a familiar gaze on her. Without even looking up, she already knew who it was. Jungkook stopped staring and studied. She murmured softly, her eyes still on the book. Jungkook leaned back in his chair, a lazy smirk playing on his. How can I study when my favorite view is right in front of me? Ryan finally looked up, meeting his mischievous eyes. I'm serious, Jungkook, she said, trying to hide the small smile to escape. He chuckled, resting his on his hand, while his eyes still on her, admiring. You know, Ryan, you are the best subject I could ever learn about. Her heart skipped a beat the way he said it, so casually yet full of meaning, made her cheeks up instantly. You are impossible, she muttered, trying to focus back on her book, but her fingers trembled slightly as she turned the page. Jungkook leaned closer, his voice low, and you are adorable when you blush. Yan gave him a quick glare that only made him grin wider. Now study, Mr. John, she said, pushing his notebook toward him. His make opening it lazily, but his mind already thinking, fine, but only if you will let me stay with you tonight also. Ryan's eyes widened. Absolutely no. You are staying with me for 1 week and gave excuse to your parents that you are at a friend home. Jungkook pouting, but cannot I stay with my girlfriend? I got it, but you cannot always stay with me. Jungkook crossed his arms, then he idea, let's marry. After that we can live with each other. Yan facepalmed herself with sigh. Cook, we to focus on study right now. Jungkook did not say anything further. He started to read the book. You feel for making him sad. Okay, you can stay with me tonight. Jungkook face light up. He smiled widely. Yes, thank you. He pecked your cheeks, but only today, okay? You should also stay with your parents. Okay, as you say. Yan shook her head with a small smile. After that, both studied for some time and then went to the Wayan flat where she lives alone. Ryan and Jungkook both are college students. They both are dating each other from the last 6 months. Jungkook Yan from the first year. Yan also him as he is a popular boy of the whole college. Jungkook proposed to Ryan after 6 months, after lots of courage, as this was the first time he fell in love with any girl. So it was a pretty for him to do. But everything shot out well, and they both finally started to date. Jungkook mostly stayed with Ryan in her flat, telling his parents that he is staying with his friend in the dorm. Yan come from the Busan here to live in Seoul for her studies. So she live here alone, but now with the Jungkook she feel more happy. But she cannot be. That's why she told him to live in his home. Yan and Jungkook both were watching a movie in the laptop. Only Ryan was focusing on the movie while Jungkook was busy in admiring her. And time to time he lifted up his eyes to the laptop when he heard Yan saying, "Wow, this actor is so and handsome." Yan sat and peeked to Jungkook, whose eyes glued to the screen, throwing a daggers at the actor. "Cook, don't you think he is?" Yan said innocently. Jungkook shifted his gaze on her, which is now so that Yan regret on her decision. Don't do something which can put you in the trouble. But what I did, I'm just saying cookies, so Yan blinked innocently. Jungkook turned his head towards other direction. Then Yan fully turned to face, as if she was just sitting on his. She asked him, cupping his face in her hands, "Why though I will be from that actor?" Good. Then there is no reason of being from him. After all, he can make me lose my mind. Jungkook snapped his head towards Yan. "What do you mean? Cannot I?" "No, it's nothing like that. But he is." Jungkook's jaw clenched in anger. "So you are telling me I'm not better than him?" Yan gulped down. "Has her teasing gone wrong?" "No, you are better. I did not say." Yan cut off. Jungkook. Yan eyes widened as she can feel him how much he is angry. Yan him back, not wanting him to get more angry. After he was done, he finally pulled away, leaving Yan. "Today I am going to show you what I can do," he said, making Yan's eyes wide open. Link in the description. Continue reading from there. Yan pouting, "You are so," she complained cutely, making a Jungkook chuckle. "I know," he said, rubbing her. Yan closed her eyes and followed. Soon, sometimes later, Jungkook also. Jungkook had come in earlier in morning, his hair still a little messy, wearing that same black jacket that always made your heart flutter. He sat beside you in class, flashing his usual playful smile, but before the first lecture ended, his phone started buzzing. Yan saw his expression change slightly as he looked at the screen. It was his dad. "Appa," he answered quietly. Yan tried not to listen, but his voice softened as he said, "Okay, I'll be there soon." "What happened?" Yan asked him as soon as he ended the call. "Appa is calling me in the company. Something urgent came up." "So you are going?" "I have to leave as it's urgent. Also, I'm going to be the CEO after graduation. So Appa always call me, sometimes to introduce me with new investors and all." Yan said little bit, as she will miss him, but "Okay, go, and if possible, come back soon." Jungkook smiled and pecked her forehead. "I will try to come." Now go before professor come." Jungkook nodded. He then leaned forward and pecked your before going. Take care of yourself. Yan smiled, you too. And then Jungkook went away. Yan woke quietly in the campus, lost in thoughts of Jungkook. He had not texted or called since he left for the company. Yan tried to convince herself he was just busy, but he, in her and other, said otherwise. As she looked at his peak, she found herself whispering, "I'm." That's when the thought came, maybe that she should just go see him. So before leaving the campus gate, she unlocked her phone and typed, "I'm coming to your house today. You always tell me to come. So this time I will." Ryan smiled softly after, her heart racing at the thought of seeing him. Maybe she had surprised him. Maybe he had smiled and pulled her into a hug for real this time. She did not know that Jungkook had not seen her message. His phone was still on silent from his meeting. Ryan finally reached. The front door was slightly open. Maybe someone had forgotten to close it. "Jungkook," she called him softly as she stepped inside. The house was quiet, too quiet. Yan walked further into the living room, her steps slowing down when she heard faint laughter. And then she saw it. Jungkook was sitting on the couch. Beside him sat a beautiful girl, one you had never seen before. Her hand was in his arm, and before you could even process it, Jungkook leaned forward and her the sound of her heartbeat drowned everything else. The bag slipped from her hand, but they did not notice. They were lost in their own world while yours were falling apart. Tears filled her eyes instantly. Her throat tightened and her heart cracked into so loud she could almost hear it. Vian did not say a word. She did not even wait for him to see her. Vian picked up her bag and she just turned around, her vision blurry, trembling and ran out of his house after that moment. Vian tears streamed down her cheeks, the too much to hold in. She gave herself to him. She trusted his words, and this what she got in return. As she reached the end of the street, she stopped for a second, pressing her trembling hand to her. "Why, Jungkook?" she whispered in a broken voice. "Why did you do this to me?" Next day, Jungkook sat in the classroom while constantly looking at the door for Yan. He checked his phone and there was still no reply from Yan to his messages. He called her, but she did not again receive. Last night he also called, but she did not receive, so he thought she might be. The class was about to start. Just then Jungkook picked up his bag and rushed outside to go in Yan's flat. Jungkook entered inside the Yan flat. He knows the password, but what he saw made him shocked and Yan was on the couch crying. Her eyes were closed. She did not see him until he called her. "Why are you crying?" Yan looked up, hearing his voice. Jungkook sat beside her and pulled her into his, hugging her tightly. Jungkook softly, "What happened? Tell me." Hearing him, Yan started to cry more. Yan sobbing, "Leave me." Jungkook confused. "Yan, what are you saying? You were yesterday, now you are acting like you. Me?" Jungkook frowned. "Yan, what the? You are saying I never. Any girl except you." Ryan sobbing. "I saw you with my own eyes when I came to your house yesterday. But Yan, I was with dad whole day. Even we both went to house at 11 p.m. If you don't believe, then wait a minute." Jungkook took out his phone and video called his dad. Soon Jungkook dad picked up the call. Jungkook held the phone little side. His Ryan is still in his. "Appa, yesterday I was with you whole day in a company, right?" "Yes, but what happened?" "And when we reach home, almost at 11 p.m. But why are you asking me this all? Nothing, Dad. I will call you later. He end the call and look at you. I saw you, girl. Did you come to my house yesterday? Jan nodded. I had sent you message telling about my arrival. I seen your message at PM after the meeting end, and I thought I did not reply, so you did not go to my house. Jungkook said, then suddenly it clicked in his mind. You had probably seen my twin brother who looked like me. Jan, did you forget about him? I told you about my brother, right? Yes, you had told me about him, but wait a minute, let me call that. He always brought his girlfriend at home when May and mom dad are not at the home. Yesterday also May and dad were in the company all day while mom was gone to her friend home for 2 days. Jungkook video called his brother Junghyun and he picked up the call. What happened? Why you call me? Did you broke your girlfriend at home yesterday? Yes, I broke her. Are you going to tell mom that? I don't care. Yan looked at the screen at Jungkook brother and her eyes wide as he literally looking like a Jungkook. Even his hair cutting is same like a Jungkook. Jungkook rolling eyes. Were you her? Do I ask you what you do with your? He asked boringly. I am your Hyung. Answer my question. Yeah, I did. Where you where you saw them? Jungkook asked Yan in the living room. Jungkook nodded. Were you her in the living room? Yeah, yes. But how did you know? Were you spying on me? He asked. But Jungkook ended the call and looked at Ryan. I'm sorry, but he was literally looking like you. I misunderstood by the hair cutting. Jungkook said, it's not your fault. He recently cut his hair. Even mom dad gets confused. Yeah, when you saw me his pic, he had a long hair in every pic. He cut his hair because of his hair. I'm sorry, I doubt on you. It was a misunderstanding. He leaned and head. She hugged him tightly and Jungkook hugged her back. He the side of her head.